This is no doubt the biggest match of this year's AFCON. Nigeria versus Morocco in the semi-final. Morocco hasn't won the trophy in 50 years, and Nigeria, it's been 13 years since Nigeria won the AFCON. No doubt, this is the biggest match of this AFCON. Let's dive right into why this match is so important to both teams, both Nigeria and Morocco, and why both of them wants to win the semi-final so that they can also win the final. Stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Alright, welcome back. If you're just joining this channel for the first time, this is Femi Oguntayo Unfiltered. Make sure you click on like on this video because I know you're going to enjoy it, and make sure you subscribe to this channel to help me grow. So let's dive right into it. Nigeria versus Morocco coming up on Wednesday in Morocco, because Morocco is still host, and it's going to be a clash of the titan because both teams in this tournament haven't lost yet, and Nigeria has not even drawn any game. Nigeria has won all their matches leading to the semi-final, while Morocco haven't lost any game. Also, they've won 4 and drawn 1, and they have the highest clean sheet between both teams. And Nigeria also has the highest goals scored, 14 so far. That's a record number, because the highest goals scored in AFCON's history is even 16, which means Nigeria could break that record. They're just two goals shy away from matching that record, and 3 goals shy from breaking that record and becoming the nation with the highest number of goals in AFCON's history. So this match is huge. Nigeria has been scoring goals like water, and Morocco has also been dominant in all their wins, except the one they drew, So this is gonna be a very, very tactical and a test of strength for both teams. Morocco have all the confidence. They are at home on home soil, and they are hosting the tournament. They are gonna have the huge support of their fans in that stadium that day, and they have huge confidence in themselves, being the #1 ranked nation in Africa right now with their record. In the last World Cup, they were the 4th in the World Cup, the first ever African nation to get to that stage in a World Cup. And since then, they've not lost any game in any competitive tournament, So this match against Nigeria is going to be the test of their strength, because they are claiming to be the best in Africa, and even they are ranked the best in Africa. But this current Nigerian team is on one of their finest run ever too in any competition, even in their previous AFCON. This AFCON, Nigeria has won all their matches with at least, with an average of 3 goals, which is huge, and Nigeria has been very clinical. They've been playing beautiful football, scoring early in every game, and scoring the most goals so far in this tournament. So it's going to be a very tough match for both teams, because Morocco believe they can win, and Nigeria is coming with all the confidence, also believing that they can win also. So this is going to be very tough. Both teams have met 5 times before in the AFCON, with Morocco winning 3 times, Nigeria winning 2 times. The first time Morocco beat Nigeria was in 1976. That was when they won their first and only AFCON, which was 50 years ago. During that time, they beat Nigeria twice in that tournament. That was first in the group stage, and the second time in the final round. Because during that time in 1976, it wasn't like this format where you play quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. It was like you win in the group stage, then you play like the 4 best team in the group stage will now play some kind of league format where they go home and away, kind of Champions League format where they play home and away, and the highest ranked team in that league format wins the tournament. So that was how Morocco won their first and only AFCON tournament, and that was in 1976, 50 years ago. So this is going to be a huge test for them, because if they win Nigeria, they'll surely win that final, because I don't think there's any other team that is as strong as this Nigerian team so far in this tournament. Not even Senegal or Egypt. That is also some other fixture in this semi-final. But today we are talking just about the Nigeria and Morocco match. So Nigeria versus Morocco, who is going to win? Also, another thing we need to know is that Nigeria also, have beaten Morocco twice in AFCON. The first time Nigeria beat Morocco in AFCON was in 1980, and they went on to win the trophy that year. They won Morocco in the semi-final in that 1980 match. So could this be a replay of that same scenario where Nigeria beats Morocco in the semi-final and go on to win the trophy? Because the last time Nigeria won Morocco in the semi-final, Nigeria went on to win the trophy, and that was in 1980. That was Nigeria's first AFCON trophy. So could this be a replay of what happened in 1980? Who knows? The last time both teams played was in 2004, and Morocco won that game. But it's been a long time. A lot has changed. Nigeria has won another AFCON since then. Morocco hasn't won any AFCON since then. In fact, the AFCON trophy of 1976 is Morocco's only major trophy ever in their history. I know they've won several other trophies like, the Arab Cup, but you can't compare that to. That's not even like a real trophy, So it's just like some cups, some countries that are Arab countries, and of course they're gonna win those ones because these are not competitive countries. They were playing with Iran and all those countries, so of course they were gonna win that. So that's not a real trophy, but in the real competition, their only major trophy is the AFCON trophy of 1976, and that was 50 years ago. And now on their home soil, they are hosting the tournament, and they are in the semi-final against Nigeria that has the 100%, the only team in the AFCON so far with 100% record. That is going to be a huge game. Who is going to come out? So let me know in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win? And do you think Nigeria is going to be able to withstand the pressure that's going to come with all the huge fans in the stadium that day? Or do you think that pressure is going to be on Morocco because they don't want to disappoint their fans? And you know what happens when you're under pressure? You could slip up, and Nigeria could take advantage of that and ride on that. We all saw what happened against Algeria in the Algerian game. We all know that it was in North Africa, and Algerian fans were like 80% of the fans in that stadium. And yet Nigeria still defeated them in a dominant performance, 2-0 with 0 shot on target for Algeria. That was like the worst match Algeria has ever played. In fact, that performance from Algeria is the worst so far in this AFCON, because there's no team in this AFCON that was dominated that way. So is it going to matter that Nigeria is going to be playing in a stadium that is going to be almost 90% Moroccan fans? It's going to be red that day. Just like it was in the last AFCON, where Nigeria played Ivory Coast in the final, and everywhere was full of orange. It was just some tiny white green, which was crazy, but I don't think that was why Nigeria lost. We lost Osimhen during the game. We lost, even this guy was playing with injury, Olaino and everything. So, and you can't compare that team that will go to the final last season to this current team. So it's going to be a very tough game. Right now, I can't even say easily Nigeria is going to win, and I can't definitely say Morocco is going to beat Nigeria. So it's going to be a very tough game. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you think is going to win on Wednesday based on this analysis that I've done so far? I mean, if we look at the Moroccan team, Brahim Diaz has been fantastic in this tournament so far with 5 goals, topping the top scorer list, and followed closely by Victor Osimhen. Everybody, you know Victor Osimhen. You know how clinical he can be, and he's been very dangerous in this tournament. This is his best AFCON so far. The last AFCON, it wasn't as hot as this, and behind Victor Osimhen is Ademola Lookman, who was one of our best players in the last AFCON, and in this AFCON is also one of the best players. In fact, so far he has the highest number of goals and assists in this tournament. Because he currently has 3 goals and 4 assists. He's currently topping the assist ladder chart. He's currently the assist leader of this tournament. So Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen on Nigeria's side. Brahim Diaz has been the top performer in the Moroccan team. And, also in the defense, they have, Ashraf Hakimi, the current African best player of the year. And, of course, we know that, their keeper is also one of the best in the world. In the last World Cup, he was regarded as one of the best keepers of the tournament. So it's going to really be a tough game for Nigeria. And will Nigeria be able to break that defense? Because currently, Morocco has the highest clean sheet in this tournament. And Nigeria has scored the highest number of goals. So this is a case of the best defense and the best attack of the tournament. Who is going to be able to break each other, But I just feel like this is going to be a fantastic game. This is going to be a fantastic game. I don't want to say Nigeria is going to beat them because, of course, as a Nigerian, I feel like Nigeria has a upper hand and this is why. I'm not just saying this because I'm a Nigerian. Let's look at it together. Who are the teams so far that Morocco has played? So far, Morocco has played Comoros and they won 2-0. They played Mali and they played 1-1. They played Zambia. Of course, they won 3-0. And in the round of 16, they played Tanzania and they managed to win 1-0. Remember all those matches, they play those teams with all the full support in the stadium, especially even with the game against Mali that they drew 1-1. So with all the support, they couldn't win that game against Mali. Tanzania, that they drew 1-1, that they won 1-0 in the round of 16, Nigeria defeated them, scoring 2 goals. I think it was 2-1, but of course Nigeria was conceding in the group stage. So Nigeria scored 2, they scored 1 back, but at least Nigeria scored 2 goals against them and they won conveniently 2-1. And then in the quarterfinal, they beat Cameroon. But Nigeria, on the other hand, they haven't drawn any game. And which teams did they play so far? First, they beat Tanzania in the first game 2-1. Tunisia is the 6th ranked African team right now, behind Nigeria, who is 5th. We all saw the game. Nigeria comfortably beat Tunisia that day, if not because they slipped a little bit in the second half towards the end of the game where they conceded the penalty and just made a mistake and Tunisia scored 2 back. But at the end of the day, that match Nigeria dominated it. We all saw it, and those are some of the teams that were tipped to win the tournament. So far, the countries that Morocco played, only Cameroon would we say is that tough that people even tipped. Even only few people would have tipped Cameroon to even win the tournament. But the people Nigeria has played so far, teams like Tunisia and Algeria, are teams that people tipped to win the AFCON, and we all saw how that ended. Dominant performances against those 2 teams. So if we compare these 2 matchups, so far, this Nigerian game is Morocco's first major match, first test to really show that they are really the biggest team in Africa, because it is not just about winning against Nigeria, it is about how they win. Nigeria so far, with the matches they've won, they've not just won, it is how they won. That is the main reason why everybody is tipping Nigeria to win this AFCON, even against the hosts. Because it is not just about it is not just about the fact that Nigeria has been winning, it is about how they won. They are not just winning 1-0, 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, 4-0. 2-0 against big teams that you would expect, to give Nigeria a problem. Seriously, I see this match, being very tight. I think it's going to end in like 1-0 because of Morocco's defense, or 2-1 because I feel like Nigeria's defense is not also that good. And Morocco is definitely going to try to score, but I feel like Nigeria would have scored enough goal to stop Morocco from either drawing or winning that game. That's what I think. I think it's either going to be a 1-0 tight game, or it's going to be like Nigeria is going to score enough goals that Morocco won't be able to recover back, because I think Nigeria is going to score more goals. So it is just, I'm just trying to give a balanced opinion here. I know I'm a Nigerian, and obviously I might be a little bit biased, but I just feel like this game, it's so direct, at the same time not direct. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's so direct in a way that if you look at statistics, you would think, oh, okay, so far in this tournament, both teams have been good, but Nigeria has been better, right? And which means obviously Nigeria should be able to win. But if you look at their records, head to head, Morocco has won 3 times, Nigeria have won 2 times out of their 5 meetings so far in the AFCON. But the last time they met was in 2004. So a lot has changed, So, and of course, Morocco won that one, but a lot has changed since then. Since then, Nigeria has won one more AFCON, and what's it called? Morocco has not even won any AFCON since 1976. So they've not even been to any final since then. So it's not even just about winning the AFCON. They've not even been to any AFCON final. So it's gonna be a really tough match to predict. But I'm tipping Nigeria to have a upper hand in this game. And if Morocco win this game on Wednesday and they go on to win the final, it's going to be their second AFCON trophy ever. But if Nigeria win that game and goes on to win the final, that's going to be the 4th AFCON trophy for Nigeria, equaling Ghana's record of 4 AFCON trophies. So this is a very important game for both teams. And of course, don't forget that Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup. And this tournament so far has been seen as a way of compensating Nigerians to say, oh, we are sorry we didn't qualify for the World Cup, but we are going to win this AFCON for you. So that is the spirit that the boys have been going into every game with so far in this tournament. And they've shown us that they are not here to joke. So Morocco Morocco should be afraid right now, because it doesn't matter if they have all their fans in that stadium, as long as they didn't try to do any ojoro or try to bribe the referee or just bring in a referee that's going to be biased towards them. I don't think Nigeria should have any issues in this game, because it doesn't matter if the whole stadium is red that day. The match is going to be played on the pitch. So, and these players are professionals. They've faced tougher opponents with bigger or louder supporters than that, and I don't think they will be intimidated by those noise that day. And I mean, like I've said earlier, we saw what happened against Algeria. Algeria had more fans in the stadium that day. Was so obvious. But at the end of the day, the moment a goal entered, they got silent and Nigeria dominated. Nigeria decided to just play them and play them and play them. So I hope Nigeria is going to score early that day so that they can calm things down. Because if Nigeria doesn't score early, if they can just try and score 2 goals early, it is just going to silence the whole stadium. Because if you score 1, this crowd might still be gingering their players to say, oh yeah, let's go and equalize. But the moment Nigeria scores 2, it's just going to be the game over and they're going to be silent throughout the game. I hope it's going to be that way. But who knows? That match is going to be tough. Like I said, it's really going to be tough. Also, before I go, remember that Nigeria and Morocco played in same Morocco, because Morocco hosted the WAFCON edition, last WAFCON, which is the women's AFCON, and Nigeria got to the final of that tournament and played Morocco in the final. Our women played Morocco women in the final, with all the huge support and everything, our women won that trophy. It was huge, So this could be like, okay, the boys, the men, their men is trying to revenge for their women. So, but if our women could do it, our men can do it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go Super Eagles. Let's go win that trophy. Let's go bring it home. Let's go bring it home. Let's go bring it home just like the girls did it. If we can win Morocco, I don't think anyone will be able to stop us. Because anyone who even qualifies between Egypt and Senegal will be scared of us if they see that we beat Morocco, who is the host of the tournament, And it will be good because I don't want a final where the host will now have all the advantages and it will be too chaotic because this is the final. Their blood will be boiling. They want to win the cup by all means because they'll be looking at it like this is the cup. We want to catch it. We want to carry it. You know what I'm saying? If we get them out of the tournament in the semi-final, the final is just going to be as peaceful as anything. It's going to be okay. Let's go on. People will come into the stadium to pick side which team they want to support, whether they want to support Nigeria or they want to support Senegal or Egypt. That's what I want. I don't want a stadium whereby the stadium will now be full of one side. Like the way it was in Ivory Coast last edition. But well, let's see. Wednesday is very near, so let's see what happens. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win this game? What do you think is going to be the correct score? Like I said, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think it's going to be like a 1-0 or Nigeria win 3-2 or 3-1. But I know Morocco might score because I don't think Nigeria will be able to hold them to a 1-0 win. So I think it's going to be like a 3-1 or 3-2 match. But let me know your prediction drop your prediction in the comment section below, and who do you think is gonna score? I think Osimhen is still gonna score that day. That's what I think, because number one, he needs to break that Rashidi Yakini's record in this tournament. I feel like he's gonna break it in this tournament. He has only three goals to go, and that's like in two games he can score 3 goals. So I think Osimhen is gonna score. Let me know if you think the same. What do you think is gonna score for both teams? Do you think Brahim Diaz is still going to score that day? Do you think he'll be able to break Nigeria's defense? Basi, Semi Ajayi, Nwabali. Even though we know that Nwabali likes to play too much, but he's still a good keeper. He's not a bad keeper like that. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you love this video, make sure you give it a like so that YouTube can recommend it more. And please subscribe to my channel. See you guys on the next one. Bye.